Hello there, welcome to my channel. Today I thought we'd do what's in the box. So I have a chest that hides in my house, and this is where I keep the decks that I don't actually work with or that I've purposely purchased for my collection when I say I collect decks. So let's just take a quick look at what's in here and why. So I've already pulled out a couple which I've got on my lap. Maybe I'll put them there so you can see them, because I haven't got a table to do this on. So I have this deck in here, the Rebel deck, which is the Oracle with Attitude. I got this off Etsy really early on in my tarot journey, and it's a very colourful deck. They've got a new version out now, so you can get this from their website. So don't buy from, or don't be tempted by some of the cheap decks, the cheap versions of this. So it's at Rebel Deck. And I think the website's Rebel Deck as well, because I've noticed this has been cloned and copied. So there are fakes of this out there. And as you can see, we have useful, insightful words like this on the back of the decks. So it's a double-sided deck, which used to bug me when I was shuffling, because I could see one way or another, I could see what was coming and I didn't want the information. So let's just, this one might be the least of my ones to worry about. So you need a good cry. And get the ugly cry on, let that crap go. Your soul will thank you. I mean, yes, there's some useful information in there. I used this for a couple of months. I tried using this alongside my tarot for that kind of advice and things. But I've got to be honest, it really did not hit home, resonate. I mean, it never matched the question that I was going with. This is literally one of those, your mates are asking you, begging you for a reading, and you're just like, oh yeah, here, pick a card. The advice is for you. Stop taking yourself there if you keep making the same mistakes. But yeah, so I haven't got on with this deck at all. It's just to me, this is a gimmick deck. I know other people do actually find benefits with this deck. So for that reason, it's been renegaded to the chest. I have this one. So this was a birthday deck. And this one came with all my little extras, all neatly tucked away in here, including my prints and bookmarks and bits and bobs. So I've got lots of other bits and pieces here with this one. What's inside? So I wasn't going to unseal this, but I did. I couldn't help myself. So what is inside? I just wanted to make sure it was in there. Of course it's going to be in there. It's a Patrick Valenza deck. It's the Deviant Moon Tarot. And this is the bordered version. And part of the reason why I was curious about what's in there is because with this, you got a signed Deviant Moon spread sheet for the deck. So I have a signed one of those. That's why I ended up breaking into it to see, did I get a signed version? And I did. So that's the reason why I unsealed this deck. And that's in there. So for obvious reasons, this with the artwork and all the extra beautiful cards that I got are in my collector's box, because I never really intended on using the bordered version. I can't make up my mind as to whether I'm going to open this art and put it in a frame, or if I want to just keep it all like this. So let me know in comments, what would you do? I really don't know. It's so beautifully done that that kind of collector in me wants to keep it that way, but never mind. I have the Dark Mirror in here, which is an oracle deck, and this is a Low Scarabeo oracle deck. It goes with kind of moon phases and things, and it's a bit more shadowy-esque for shadow work. And those of you who know I love a paperclip, there's a dirty great paperclip in the middle of this book to keep all the languages that don't pertain to me out my way. so I could just focus on the languages that I needed. So there's a page per card in here. You get some wording, you get a bit about your moon phase, and some kind of guidance on how to use the card. Now the images, they're kind of interesting, but again, working with this deck, I don't know, maybe you have to be in a really special place to use this deck, but they just didn't. You know, when you're in a really positive place, a really great mood, life feels like it's going really well, and you open this card up and you get something like Parasite, just does not resonate with what's going on. So maybe the time of year when I was pulling on this deck didn't work. I pulled it out again for Halloween to see if it was going to work for me there, and I just ended up not reaching for it. So I haven't gotten rid of it. You could say it's almost in purgatory. So it's up here. I know where it is, but again, this one is up here because I don't use it. I've had it for a couple of years now, and I just, yeah, it is what it is. And you can see already, so there's nothing down there. Here we have the Carnival at the End of the World, which is up here in the collector's box. I did want to use it. I did want to like it. I did want to enjoy it. I love the artwork. Using it, again, another one that doesn't land for me. So it's here. And because I bought it when I was visiting the Witches Museum, so it has that kind of special place for me as well. Of course, I've started putting cards back in upside down. Oh well, there we go, look. So it's in here for that reason, and also, you know, one day I might pull it out and it will all kind of work and click together. I have the book. The book's not in this box. It's in its, the book is where it belongs with the rest of my kind of reading materials. So that one's in here for that reason. And again, as I say, it was partly just for a collector's edition that I bought it. Now, this one you might recognize. So I have the Secret Pocket Oracle Seance Edition from Patrick Valenza at Deviant Moon, or the Asylum, Fenwood Asylum, whichever you want to call it, and it's sealed. I haven't opened it. I don't know that I'll ever open it because I have the X-ray edition, which looks very similar in colourway, of the Abandoned Oracle, and I don't enjoy working with that colourway. I just wanted it for the collecting part. That's really bad, isn't it? I have a miniature tarot deck in here. Again, not cool to use it, but I love the artwork. So if I did go somewhere and wanted a pocket deck, this would be the one that I take because it's everything in there that I need, including a spread mat. So I've got a spread mat, I've got my cards, and I've got the dinkiest little book that you can take with it. And if people want to play with this one, I'm not going to be quite so upset, you know, with people touching it or messing it up. It really wasn't very expensive. I think it's about £12. So this one, in all its glory, is in my collector's box. I have a deck that was gifted to me. Don't like it, won't use it. The person gifted to me won't be offended with that. I tried. I do have a couple of decks, but, you know, not really a fan of this deck generally. And this particular, like, colour, and can you see polka dot faces? Just no. So this is called the original Rider-Waite. So that one's in here for that reason. I have this one by Ciro Marchetti. So it's the expanded version. Beautiful Lenormand deck. Gorgeous backs, lovely artwork, nice gilding. I've tried using it. I don't get along with Lenormand. Doesn't mean that I won't try again in the future. So that's in here for that reason. It's just a gorgeous deck. Oops, what's that? Oh yeah, another one. The Crystal Ball Pocket Oracle again, Marmite deck, love it or hate it. Many people have said that they enjoy it. It's a 13 card deck. She has a second deck, and I have to be honest, I'm quite tempted with her second deck. It's gorgeous. I think it's runes and animals. This one, 13 cards. I've tried with this. I get nonsense answers. I think I get more from an 8-ball than I get from this. So again, this one's not for me, doesn't work with me in the way that I read or work with cards, but I don't know, stick it with that unicorn oracle. You've probably got a bunch of great fun for the night with your friends. I have 1, 2, 3 decks in there which I'm gutted about. They were when I very first came to, well, this one might be all right actually. 2 decks there which when I very first came to tarot that I purchased at the same time, and they turned out to be fakes, so they're in there because they don't belong on my shelf. But I always said that I would probably use them in my journaling just to not be completely wasteful. Yes, this one probably is real. So I've got a little white book with this one. I've got the cards. The problem is it's in Japanese. And these are the cards in the deck. So I took a pen to them and wrote on them. And I wasn't sure what I was looking at for the majors. But I figured that we've got the number. We've got the picture of what I'm looking at for the minors. So 2 of Swords. But there's just something really, really ethereal and inviting about the artwork with this. I used it to do a few readings when I very first started doing tarot, and I used to read with it quite well. I really enjoyed it. The court cards, I think, were a little bit difficult to fathom. So we have a king there. It's like the fairy realm. But yeah, this is a very nice... I just really like the colours. It's as simple as that, yeah. These are nice colours. Like I say, I don't think it's a pirate deck. It does come with everything it's supposed to, and it has a barcode. I just can't tell you what it's called. I don't even know where I got it from, actually. So they are in there. And then I have, I don't know what we call this. I've had people refer to it as a 1JJ Swiss. This was gifted to me 25 or more years ago by my partner's stepmom. And so it was given to me in like 95, I think. It's more than 25 years ago. So it's given to me in 1995. And I knew she was into other interests, as I would put it, from back then, but I had no idea quite what she was into. I knew that they spoke to spirits. I knew that they did spirit boards and things. I knew they did lots of other stuff, and this was something she gifted me just quite out of the blue, and I never got the chance to speak to her and ask her why, which is a shame because she's not with us anymore, and she clearly knew something I didn't back then. In order for her to give me this. But yeah, it's interesting. So I don't know what I call this deck. I know way back then they were hard to get hold of. They are a little bit papery. The backs match the box. Never really used it, never read with it. In fact, it was still in order when I got it out 2-3 months ago. I went looking for it in the shed to find out where it was, because I was kind of reminded that I had one, and I've shuffled it, of course, but I haven't used it. So I don't know if I will or not, but for sentimental keepsake reasons, that is in my that's in my box. Should all she be watching this from Jagorshi, the Supernatural. Love Supernatural. It's in here because, again, To me, this was more just for the sake of having a supernatural deck. I wasn't expecting it to bring lots to the table. I love the characters. I don't like the pips. I like pips, but I think in this particular deck, that's just lazy. So it's another one of those lazy pip deck collector's editions, which is what most of these ones are now that you're going to see, and that's why they're in here. I've just got them simply for that collector's point of view. So that is my Supernatural. Then we have Tarot del Toro. Again, I think they're all by the same creator actually, which is possibly how they've all ended up here. So we have nice backs, nice thick cardstock. They're the same cardstock. And again, we've got lazy pips, but great quartz and stay that. And majors. King goblets. There we go, the Hierophant. Look at that. There's our Hermit. So yeah, this one's up here. I think I did use it to do a couple of readings. It does read well, but again, more for the collector's points of view, this one for me, than using it. That was why I got it. That's a great one for a conversation piece. Same vein, there we go. We have the Labyrinth, because I like the Labyrinth, and I did like the look of the artwork because they were very similar to Tarot del Toro. We have the guidebook, so that one's really nice. It's another, you know, just really nice deck. Great backs, and the artwork in here is really fun. Look, the pips are not quite so bad, you know, they're a little bit better. Like at least there's colour in them. I can't remember what order these decks came out. At least they're different pots. So there are elements that you can forgive in this, but I didn't really buy this for the point of giving great readings. I just bought this because I really enjoyed the artwork, and for occasional fun for me, this one, it does what it says on the tin. That's that one. If you've watched any of my videos from December Reflections, you will not be surprised to see this has ended up in the collector's box. Don't get on very well with this one. It's again another one that's not hitting home for me reading wise. Some of the cards just don't yeah, I don't know. You just, sometimes you click, don't you? Sometimes you click with a deck, and other times other decks you really just do not click with. Do not click with this one. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And it might just be because I don't celebrate all these things at Christmas. And that could be the reason why. But it's a beautiful deck, and as it comes with a set, I will collect the set. So there's the Yule Oracle. So as I said, so we've got one there. Then we have a box. And what's in the box? Well, those who recognise the box would have known exactly what's in the box, and you'll know exactly what's in that box down there. So I have some pieces of art and extra cards that have been sent to me here. I have the Trionfi della Luna blue. Did I use this one? That's a god. Don't think I did. Bacchus. No. So I haven't used this. It's all still in order as I'm fiddling through. So that one's in there. That's the brick, the 115 cards, because it comes with all the extra cards plus the 10 oracle cards. We have a Beast Expansion in shimmery foil. So what is in there? Well, in here, be prepared. It's the original Paradoxical Trionfi della Luna Beast expansion pack. So it's the one to go with the original. So that is in here. That's a little special pack of cards to go with an out of print deck, basically. That's why they are in here. I have the Trionfi purple deck. Again, it's probably another one that I haven't used because I discovered I liked a different deck. Why can't I get into that? Well, just the fact that I can't get in, so... Oh, there we go. It tells me that I probably haven't used it. Got the Fool, Magician, High Priestess. Yeah, no, so this one's all still completely in order. So we've got the expansion pack at the bottom with the monsters, and then we've got the extra cards there that come in the box. So that is the purple Trionfi della Luna 115 card deluxe with the Beast expansion pack and the 10 oracle cards. I have my backup deck of the Paradoxical edition of the Deviant Moons. This was only 500 of these decks made, and I have 2 of 500, and because they're not numbered, I personally own numbers 1 and 2 of 500. How's that? Because I said I can. I have the Royal Mischief in here, transformation playing cards. I stopped using them, so they've come up to my box. I love these. I think they're great. They shuffle really nicely for me. They're just really fun cards. And when I go back to reading with playing cards, I'll probably come back to these. And I'll use these ones instead. But they're great. I like them. I like them a lot. And they have this gunmetal edging, which is brilliant. They are in here. I have my alchemy playing cards. Another really cool deck if you like kind of tattoo art. What have we got here? Which way around do they go? So we have our jokers, and then still put the deck upside down. No, there we go. So some really nice, colourful arts on this deck. So I like this one. Again, as I said, it's just up here because I haven't been reading with playing cards, so I don't need them on my current table. And these were quite hard to get hold of. I had to wait, I think, nearly 12 months for them to come back into print to get hold of. So that's another reason why they're there. Here we have the Bosch deck. So this was the Puzzle Collector's Edition. Needless to say, this isn't for playing with, I've decided. So this is the deck that goes together, which you can see on my channel. And when you lay your cards together, you get a picture. So all the cards together give a massive canvas. So that's quite good fun. So they're in here for that reason. I know they're not strictly a PV deck, for those of you who are wondering how they made it into that box, but they're in here. So that's box 1. Box 2. Ooh. How do I get that? No, that's not right. Sorry. Let's try this. So in here, I have my backup copy, Trionfi della Luna, in the wrapping. And this is paradoxical rose. So you can see it's even still sealed, unopened. So that one's in there. Ooh, you can get so particular about making sure everything goes back in the right folds. So that's that one, and obviously it's signed. And then we have the Beast pack to go with it. And with this, I got a 0 card tempting me into the next deck. Unopened, completely unopened. So this one is still fully sealed. I have those two. Just put you back in there. The Abandoned Oracle. So this is the X-ray edition that I have on my channel. That one's come up here because I don't like working with that colorway. I prefer the original. I have another sealed deck. Oh, making me feel really bad. For those of you that know, love this deck. I love this deck. In fact, my other deck, which is in use, I've put the box upstairs, and it is, of course, the Garden of Lucid Daydreams, for anyone that was wondering. So the box has been flat packed, and I've brought it upstairs, and the deck is downstairs in the little pouch that I made. Let's just have a look at what's in the... So inside you've got your Are You Dreaming? Oh yeah, your cards that come with it. So they are in there, keeping all of that safe. Next, I have a Beast pack, and I have a collection of cards. I can't remember if these all came together or if these are just me collecting them all up. So we have miniatures from the Mildred Payne Pocket Oracles. So this is the size of a pocket oracle mini. And where did I put... And this is the size of the deluxe version that I have. So there you go. That shows you the difference in size for anyone that was wondering. A deck this thick, not chunky, this size would be virtually impossible to shuffle. So I went with this one. And there was one that had maps on the back. So I do have a spare card with the part of the picture from the back. But that's okay. And we have seance board. We have the extra cards for the Triumphi, Star and Judgment, the Devil. We have the Wounded Birds. We've got some of the cards from the upcoming Oracle. I have a Blue Devil. For anyone who knows, knows. There we go. The Egg card. That belongs in my Abandoned Oracle deck. I knew I had the Egg card somewhere. Let's put that there. I have this lady and another Oliver. I think I've got a few Olivers, to be fair. So let's put him out to go back where he belongs. Did we open this? I don't think I did I? So this one is the Beast pack for the Triumphi standard version. So that's what that one was. Them back in my box. Let's put you where you belong. I've got to pull that one out when I did my flip through the other day. Then I have, ta-da, Triumphi della Luna Paradoxical Edition. Out of print, beautiful deck. I don't have a backup copy of this, therefore I haven't used it much. So we have the Lightning card, Page of Swords, the extra cards that I got with it. There we go. And then my deck comes with the Oracle cards, so I get the extra Oracle cards with this one. And then the standard Triumphi. I do love this colorway, but I can't bring myself to use it and damage it, basically, because I can't get a backup. So that one's in there. Oh, this is a long video, sorry. And then even my dogs are getting restless. And then I have more artwork from Patrick. The rest of the decks, by the way, that I own are downstairs in my cupboard. So this isn't all of them. This is just the ones that made it upstairs. I have the Midnight Lady. I have a message from Mildred. I have a red. That looks orange on screen. This is actually very red, very, very, very red. Can't get it to turn red for you. Deep red, in fact, and not the colour you see. I can't even remember what it's called. Abandoned Oracle? Nope. Nope. OBE. Oracle of Black Enchantment. There we go. Somewhere off the tip of my tongue. So that is what is in the box. That is my collection box, basically, of items and decks that I either use, don't use, have stopped using, never intended to use and just wanted to own. So there's plenty of reasons for decks being in this box. And yeah, I hope you found that kind of interesting. For those of you that also collect decks and didn't want to feel guilty about it. And then the only other deck that is up here is this one. This is up here because I'm supposed to be trying to use it. So I keep it upstairs in this area because I have a little chair here that I sit on. And I haven't actually got around to using it. I really want to use this deck. It's a lovely deck. It's not gone into the box. But it's... anyone who knows about this one, the Witch's Wisdom. You get this lovely bag that comes with it. They are big cards. Did a walkthrough of this one. I even modded it on my walkthrough because there's a particular card in here that gives me the EBGBs. I just felt it needed to be made to look a little bit more friendly for me, so I could handle it. And of course I can't find it. But yeah, so this is the Witch's Wisdom that I do need to also sit down and work with. Okay, before I knock the camera off the screen, I'm going to let you all go. Have a nice cup of tea or coffee, or enjoy your evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is that you're up to, wherever you are in the world when you're tuning into this. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.